Morning campers, coffee time. So, apologies for not doing a video recently. Energetically, this has been possibly the toughest year, the last 12 months since the beginning of the stuff in 2020. There's been a very big change in the types of energies in my personal experience. You might be going through similar things. There are things like feeling pains in your bodies, feeling, getting up between 4 a.m. in the morning, the God hour, where the veil is thinnest. These sleep patterns disrupted, suddenly feeling exhausted. That's been really full on for me in the last few weeks. Even to the point of, feeling down, which is not my natural state at all. And I'm okay, by the way. You don't need to get worried. I'm just sort of sharing this with you in case the same thing's happening to you, because it's a recalibrating that we're going through. And at the same time, you've got, stuff in Iran and everything else. But when it comes to that, my personal opinion is you just got to stay frosty and be the calm in the storm. Hello, by the way, hello to the Truth Bear, who's joined me today and been given a lovely wash. Energetically, blah, blah, blah. Externally, blah, blah, blah. And it's all blah, 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 really, because I think we're being, those of us that are very sensitive to the energies, it's just a thing we have to go through. And that's become clear to me. And it is good to sometimes just switch off, switch off your television set, go do something less boring instead. Just switch off and take time for yourself. I'm going to take a couple of days for myself now. And that's important. If you can do that, do that. We're being recalibrated. We've been, the ringing in your ears that you get is information uploads. It's DNA upgrades. The stuff energetic, and I do think there's been a lashing out because of the death throes of the dark forces is occurring in real time, and I think it will be accelerated. You've only got to look at the price of oil in the 3D. It went through the roof. I had to pay double price to get my kerosene tank filled up yesterday. And the guy on the phone was like, well, a lot of people are just going for the 500 litres and hoping this will pass. And then literally, it's less than 24 hours later, it's dropped by another $50 per barrel. And full control over the oil. You got to, when it comes to the external stuff, the war stuff, people shouting, oh, look at this, just a diversion from the Epstein files. It isn't. It's everything's happening all at once. That film, everything, I can't remember the name of the film now, everything happening everywhere all at once, something like that. The multi-dimensional film with the woman out of Hidden Tiger. I can't remember anything today. It's just useless. I'm absolutely useless today. But in the middle of all of this, I do recommend, if you've got the time, to go and get this book by Patrick Jackson. It's called The Sphere Network. And it's a really interesting book. Now, Patrick grew up not far from where I grew up, in Cambridgeshire I was in Northamptonshire. What I really like about this book is that it's like a data-driven approach to understanding. Initially, he was interested in poltergeists and ghosts, which is something close to my heart. And then that led him to the orbs, right? And he's identified 3 different types of orbs. These are the little white lights that if you've ever seen the crop circle videos where the little white lights just make the crop circles in seconds and then fly off, it's those orbs he's talking about. And these are the orbs that I've seen thousands of, and a lot of you have seen them. And he's an IT database specialist, so he's reverse engineered what he's seen as data, and then come to conclusions which have kind of locked him out of some of the ufology world, because the people in the ufology world are very touchy. I've noticed they're almost religious in their adherence to some of their ideas, and they're very. I'm not saying all of them are, but you know, like Patrick talks about the fact that he got kicked out of groups when he put his theories forward, and I've been kicked out of UFO type groups because for stupid reasons that I'd never understood, and you know, they're cults within cults, a lot of them, and you've got to be wary of that, because it's all about, you know, I got this message about 5 years ago when thinking about the world of, you know, contactees and, you know, people who channel stuff or experiences who tell you stories, or people who say they're in touch with, you know, Pleiadian generals and stuff like that. Factions is the word I got. There are a lot of factions involved, and what I like about Patrick's book is that he starts with, I'm trying to find a picture of the haunted house he went to in England. He went to this haunted house, and he realised, and he saw this black mass, and the black mass, there's a kind of photo of it there. It doesn't look like a black mass there, because I think that's probably an infrared camera. But the black mass led to pictures of spheres. And I think the real disclosure is in this book, because these are the stairs in the house that this high frequency EMF would appear on the third step of this house, and then there would be this banging on the cellar door downstairs. And his theory is that the system was designed to get you away from this thing, and that this black mass that people interpret as a ghost or as evil spirit or poltergeist is actually part of a system, and that there is a systemized network containing these three types of orbs: the small nippy ones, there's the bigger orbs that go around in an equilateral triangle, which are scanning. And he postulates that it's a Earth-based, so it's non-human intelligence, but it's based here, which has led me to enjoying some videos on Bigfoot recently, because they are interdimensional creatures with human DNA in them. If you want to do some research on that, it's very interesting. And then he talks, I love this chapter 10, the misidentification of ball lightning. My great-grandfather told me a story of being chased by ball lightning when I was a kid, and I always found it intriguing, because ball lightning doesn't make any sense, but orbs emitting light do make sense. And I've got a witness here. If you watch the video I did about UFO hunting in Ireland in December, one of my friends, Colin, on that video showed a video of these balls coming directly towards his house, because he was tainting them, trying to bring them in with a laser light, which Patrick touches upon in this book. And Patrick's theory that these spheres are, and is this related to the Buga sphere? Yeah, I think it is. Go and look that up if you have BUGA. One of these spheres was found, and go and look at the pictures. It's amazing. It's like really advanced technology, but ancient. And they've definitely been here for hundreds, if not thousands, if not millions of years. So we're sharing this planet with non-human intelligence, and that could be the big reason why Trump said all those drones that were seen last year, nothing to worry about. Is he right? Well, I think he's right, because this kind of intelligence and this kind of technology is way ahead of anything we've currently got in our possession that we know about, and which means they could take us out any time they want. In fact, Patrick reckons that we are part of that network. I love this picture. It's that famous painting from I don't know if you can see that, but there's a UFO in the back of the painting there. From, I don't know when that was painted, actually. I'd have to look that up. But as we get the book, you can get this on Amazon. And I haven't contacted Patrick yet, because I'm only about 3/4 of the way through the book. But it really is powerful information, and he's got some powerful evidence in here as well. And I think if you're looking for something to look into that takes your mind off wars and things like that, then then go and have a look at this book, The Sphere Network. And go look at the Bigfoot videos. There's really good. I can't remember his name. There's a guy with a moustache in America who's done some amazing work there. And I was watching a video the other day saying you can't hunt for the thing about Bigfoot is there's tens of thousands of sightings and loads of evidence of single footprints with nothing leading up to them, nothing leading after them, which implies that the Sasquatch has the ability to biolocate, to teleport, which I think is one of the dormant abilities in our DNA, which is being upgraded by all the stuff that's going on. So yeah, Year of the Fire Horse. It should be called Year of the Horse with a fire up its arse. That's what it should be called, but who am I to question the Chinese astrologers? In the meantime, keep enjoying your day. Take a rest if you need to. A lot of my audience, a lot of you guys have done tons and tons of work over the last 6 years and beyond. And congratulate yourself on getting this far, as usual. Not everybody has made it, and that's sad. But for the rest of us, keep going, and God bless you.